Join the conversation. Follow Jason on Twitter. And don't forget to visit the live show fan page on Facebook.
Let's talk about the Pentagon budget. The Pentagon is burying evidence of $125 billion in bureaucratic waste. Now, that doesn't surprise me. What really I laughed when I heard about it was that they commissioned the study. It wasn't like an independent study. They're worried because they don't have all the money they need to fight all the wars that they've got going. They got too many wars on too many different fronts, and they don't have the money to be spending on that. So they requested a study to make their enormous back office bureaucracy more efficient and to reinvest any savings in combat power. So it's like, man, we know we're terribly inefficient. We know this is a bloated bureaucracy, a lot of waste, fraud, and abuse in here. And let's see if we can kind of streamline some of the bureaucracy. And any money we could save from this, well, then we can go and buy bombs to bomb some innocent over in the Middle East. It says the Pentagon has now buried the internal study that exposed $125 billion in administrative waste in the business operations amid fears Congress would use the findings as an excuse to slash the defense budget. Now, Donald Trump is talking about boosting the military. So they're talking about rebuilding the military. Guys, this is what you need to understand. And I talked about this again with the guys this weekend at the hog hunt, was there's money there. There is so much money there that they can have $125 billion in just pure inefficiency. That doesn't count the waste or the fraud. That's just stuff they're just like, well, if we just optimized our paperwork flow, if we just eliminated Form 486, we'd save $3 million a year. The real problem is you are fighting wars all over the world. And you're talking about getting into new wars with China and perhaps Russia, talking about Iran. If you want to be able to support the military, the best thing that you can do is stop fighting unnecessary wars. Bring them home. Rebuild and reconstitute the military with the money that you saved, the trillions that you saved by not fighting wars you don't need to be fighting. It always makes me angry when I hear people talk about supporting the troops and then want to ship them off to every godforsaken country on earth to fight some senseless war that's unnecessary. Oh, but we support them while they're there. We send our care packages. Yeah. Well, he's out there and, laying in the dirt in Kandahar. He gets his little card from the fourth graders with the little candies. That kind of stuff really irritates me. There's a lot of waste in government. There can be cuts made everywhere in government to the tune of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars, and you'll never notice. You won't. Nobody's going to notice. And whether you like it or not, this is something that's going to happen in the future regardless, because we cannot afford it. It is, to use a really burned out phrase, unsustainable. We can't continue to spend. We can't continue to fight indefinitely on multiple fronts. There has to be a period of healing for a country during a time of war, and we are now engaged in the longest standing wars our country has ever seen. And we just keep expanding the circle of hate. There are times when we need to fight. There are times when it's put up or shut up. There are times when it is liberty or death. But in my opinion, folks, the greatest threat to America today, the greatest threat to liberty that our country faces is our own government. It's the people who choose tyranny over liberty, who continue to tell you one thing and then do another. It's unfortunate that we have so many people in America who are so concerned about fighting terrorism so that we don't lose our liberties while they're just being shredded right underneath our noses by the very people we elect and send to govern. We got to fight that. We got to know who our real enemies are. and stop wasting time and energy and money and lives on things that don't matter.